So there's a large segment of people around here who would argue that jazz music is the heartbeat of 5 Points. And I had the privilege of exploring the reasons for that argument, and not to spoil the ending here, but I think they're right.
What baseball is to Cooperstown, jazz is to 5 Points.
Music has been a very integral part of the history of 5 Points.
From the 1930s through the 1960s, Denver's 5 Points neighborhood was known as the Harlem of the West because of the number of live music clubs, more than 50 at its peak, and the caliber of performers who played them.
And some clubs were after hours that wouldn't even open up till 11 at night and go on till 6 or 7 in the morning.
This is Arturo Gomez, longtime music director at KUVO, Denver's jazz-heavy independent public radio station, and one of the organizers of the 5 Points Jazz Festival.
You could go all up and down Welton Street on any given night and hear great jazz music by 3 or 4 different artists, sometimes an out-of-city artist traveling through, such as Billie Holiday, Count Basie, Duke Ellington, Miles Davis, Dizzy Gillespie.
5 Points had more than its share of hometown talent, too, and right there near the top, pianist Pernell Steen. He's played with everyone, toured the world, and now at 84, he still regularly performs with his own band, Pernell Steen and the 5 Points Ambassadors. Well, I had the honor of spending an afternoon with Pernell, and when you talk to him, it's best to do so with him at a piano, because every one of his wonderful stories involves a song.
Woohoo! Now, I would look at her, and I said, a foggy day in London town. Oh. So a foggy day is, oh, her favorite song was,
Mostly what you do when you're with Pernell is sit there in awe and smile.
Do you think 5 Points gets the credit it deserves culturally, musically?
No. And I'll tell you something, not only does 5 Points not get it, but as an overall, Denver doesn't get credibility and the credence that it deserves. I get into fights with people who swear to me that Earth, Wind, and Fire is not from Denver. I said, they went to East High School. I said, Larry Dunn. I played for Philip Bailey in church when he was 9. No, you didn't. I don't know what to do.
Pernell often talks about the 5 Points style of jazz, which I'd never heard of.
What is that? Give us an example.
Well, it's a feeling. It's they would take maybe, let me see if I can put this together. Yeah, they could take a simple song and, they'd give it attitude.
This is how his cousin describes the 5 Point style.
He would say, you know what? I would look at the girl who had the biggest butt. He said she would be shaking her booty, and he said I'd be shaking it with her. And it was that kind of attitude that permeated. It was about fun, a lot of dancing, of course.
The 5 Points music scene isn't just in the past tense. There are at least 8 thriving live music clubs in the neighborhood and a new First Fridays 5 Points music series.
With 5 different venues having 5 different bands, I see a bright future because that's just the first step.
What baseball is to Cooperstown, jazz is to 5 Points. And an argument could be made that what jazz is to 5 Points, 5 Points is to Denver.
There we go.